course, giving out more free picks and have some great offers. A thing that we're going to start doing randomly are things called lightning sales. Basically, special offers that will be only available during the show. Can't find our live show on here on YouTube, but there we go. But that are only available during the live show, but they're going to be like ridiculously great offers. So they'll only be available for like 20 minutes, but they're going to be the best offers that we offer. Kind of like our Christmas in July specials that we offer, but kind of like on a daily basis. Not daily basis, but from time to time on our live show, we'll just say, okay, for the next 20 minutes, here's a ridiculous deal that we never offer. So I just want to get more people involved. I want to give more people deals and want to get more people, of course, always watching our live show and doing things like that. Of course, if you're watching us live, if you could hit that thumbs up button, greatly appreciated. So if you could just hit that, that would be awesome. But of course, we're here every single day. I don't hold you guys hostage with the like button like a lot of other people do. Well, I don't know. Some people do. I don't know if a lot of people do. I don't watch that many other people's shows, to be honest with you. But anyways, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Shane Mickle asks, do you ever feel like a celebrity with how many people know you through the website? No, I don't. I never feel like a celebrity. I hope you guys never think that I am. I'm just some guy with a website that loves to pick games and has really dedicated my life to sports and picking sports games and to trying to help more people win, including myself. So that's really all it is. I think it's pretty cool when people, I think to me the coolest thing is, and I think Craig, if he was here, he would agree with me. The coolest thing is when we're walking around in Vegas or really anywhere and people recognize me and they come up and say hello. I think to me that's the best. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. More often than you would think. The last time when we were out in Vegas for the Super Bowl, we were playing video craps, the pop craps machine. We were playing that at the D. The guy sitting next to Craig said to Craig, I read your site every day. He came over when he was done playing, came over and said to me, I read your site every day. Appreciate what you guys do. And we just, we appreciate all of you. So the only chosen one, just all he wants is a little 16 parlay. Like, believe me, if I had a 16 parlay that I really loved, we would all be on it because you guys know that's how I roll. But we always try and win the best that we can, the most that we can, of course, every single day. Of course, our best bet's always over at sportschatexperts.com and sportschatplace.com, premium and premium plus. Like I said, I reached out to the t-shirt guy once again today. We will have something finalized by the end of today and a plan of action on how to get all you guys t-shirts by March Madness. We will be promoting those and giving those away. But anyways, we also, like I said, we'll be doing a new thing called lightning sales, and those will just happen once in a blue moon. It's not going to be every single day, but we will have one tomorrow. I'll give you guys a heads up. It will only be available during the live show, and these are going to be, if you guys are interested in premium picks, these will be the best deals you'll ever get. And because they're going to be only like, if the show is a half hour, the sale's going to be a half hour. If the show is 23 minutes, the sale's going to be 23 minutes, but they're going to be really, really, really good ones. So, but they're not going to be every day, so you kind of have to pay attention. Do you think over is good the day back from the All-Star break? It looks like teams don't like playing defense, that's for sure. I love that. I know it's at 5 minutes in is when we usually start the picks. Let's do a free pick. I'll come right back. I have a couple actually funny things I wanted to talk about. First was the reason why I'm late on the show today is because we noticed that Hall & Oates is playing in Las Vegas when I'm going to be out there for March Madness. And I went on YouTube and I started watching Jimmy Fallon doing the Hall & Oates medley with Daryl Hall. And then, I don't know, it looped into some other videos before you know it's 55 minutes later I'm watching Hall & Oates videos. But I'll get back to the defensive thing. I also have we also want to my last Zion comment until further notice. Let's go to this game between Indiana and Iowa. Indiana's been basically a dumpster fire this season, but we've seen them rise to the occasion a few times. You know, yesterday I got sucked in. I took Minnesota, even though I knew Michigan was the much better team, and I thought, you know, in rivalry week that Minnesota would step up to the plate. You know, the first meeting between these two teams in Indiana, it was a really close game. And when we look at Iowa recently, I know Iowa can shoot the lights out, but their last 3 games against Maryland, they lost outright as a 2.5-point favorite, and that was at home. But against Northwestern, they only won by 1 point. Against Rutgers, they won by 2. Last game, they lost by 1. The game before that, at Indiana, they won by 5. Before that, they slaughtered Michigan at home, which was a rare one. Then losses to Minnesota, lost to Michigan State. This is a team that plays in a lot of close games, you know, all of a sudden. And I'll tell you what, we're getting 7 points with the Hoosiers. I'm going to take Indiana. And that will be my first pick for today's show. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com, as well as sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. The construction in my house is not over yet, that's for sure. As you can see, my surfboard is still right here. But you can see all of this area is basically cleared out. So we got the best camera angle that I could be on, which I need all the help I can get. This is the best camera angle I can get. Anyways, I want to say that the funniest thing I read about Zion Williamson, except for like our quote that we picked as our quote of the day yesterday, was everybody's quote of the day, which is awesome. His shoe broke. But the funniest thing I've read about the Zion thing is definitely the story in The Onion where they fired the 7-year-old kid that made the Nike shoe. That's the best story that I've seen. And it pretty much sums it all up. You know, Nike fires 7-year-old kid in factory, you know, in some third world country who made the shoe. That Zion Williamson. Anyways, if you have comments, questions about a specific game or anything like that, the place to post that is in our Facebook group. Yeah, the Hall & Oates medley on the Jimmy Fallon that I was watching was awesome. But anyways, do at least 3 free picks. Our best bet's always over at sportschatexpert.com. Yeah, I have a premium pick on that game, on the Ohio Bowling Green game. So you can get my either my 3-pack over at Sports Chat Experts, or that one is in the regular premium. You can buy the premium at Sports Chat Place, and that's where you'll find that pick. That's kind of not funny. The 7-year-old making the Nike shoe that was it? No, it's funny. It's ridiculous, and I mean. And the thing is, you could hear Phil Knight firing the kid. You know, it's like you could hear that voice. It's like, I mean, because that's what they do. But anyways, we do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day. Our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com, as well as sportschatplace.com. Premium Plus. We started with college hoops. Let's go to the NBA, and then, of course, we'll come right back to college hoops. But anyways, yeah, I guess you kind of have to read the story for it to be funny. But so we got the Hawks taking on the Pistons, and the Pistons 13-12 on the road this season, while the Hawks 8-18 against the number at home, just 9-17 on the road for the Pistons, 9-17 straight up at home for the Hawks. The Hawks went into the break 4-6, the Pistons 6-4, and the Pistons just 5-4 though against the number. The Hawks 4-6 against the number. Whew, a lot of information there, but I think the way that this breaks down is the last time these two teams played was just at the end of 2018, so it's been about 2 months since these teams played, and I almost had to count, right? It's December, they played December 23rd, January 23rd, February 23rd, today's February 22nd, so just a day short of 2 months ago these teams played. The Hawks won that game. 98-95. That game was at Detroit. Of course, a lot has changed since then. The Hawks, they don't play defense, but they certainly can score points. They played at home 1, 2, 3, 4. Their last 5 games in a row they played at home. They lost 4 of those games. The only win coming against the Lakers. They were a 5.5-point dog in that. And as a matter of fact, that was the only game that they covered. But anyways, Timothy Rich, what a coward you are. What a coward. Oh my God, take pot shots at me in the comments. You can't man up. Why don't you start a YouTube channel, show your face, and maybe someone will respect you, because nobody does here. You're just a coward. If you use my YouTube videos to come on and take pot shots at me, I will tell you one thing. You're a coward. You're nothing but a coward. We have no respect for you whatsoever. Because you don't have any hard facts to back up what you say. Anyone could go on anything and say, oh yeah, he's 2 in this and 1 in 9 and whatever. No. List every single pick, whether it was a win or loss, and do it on your YouTube channel showing your face. Come on, man up. Man up, big guy. Man up, tough guy. I'm right here. My name's Mitch. This is my house. My record on my premium picks is public for everybody to see. Okay? It's public. Everyone can see every pick I ever made. Come and get me, baby. I'm not in the mood for your crap anymore. Here's my house. Here's where I live. You can see all that. My name is Mitch Wilson, and this is my face. Bring it on, you little bitch. Yeah, it's all right. I don't take it on. Believe me, I lose games every day. I win games every day. I could care less. But for some coward to come on here to take pot shots at me, what a loser, man. Man up, show your face, list every pick that you're talking about, and then we'll go on from there. Because we all know it's not true, right? Who was the dog of the day yesterday? Sacramento Kings, right? Who was the dog of the day before that? Whoever beat the Sixers, right? Or whatever, right? It's like, we've had how many dogs of the day now? And people always say, he always loses dog of the day. No. Now that I've hit 4 in a row, we don't hear a word from anybody. Oh, it was Rutgers against Michigan State, the pick that everybody hated, right? And we hit that too. Oh yeah, he's lost. If I only have 2 wins in the last 5 days, like this jackass says, how can I just name 3? Whatever. Whew. Anyways, I'm taking the Hawks plus the points. Hawks plus 4.5. That will be our second pick for today's show. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks. I just, I hear a lot of, I've been doing this a long time. I've had a lot of positive and negative comments. But when someone makes a comment like about a specific record that I have over a specific period of time, and we know it's not true, list the picks. List them. Or do a video, show your face. Show your face, and then maybe man up and show some sack. Instead of being a little bitch and hiding behind, some fake YouTube character. Show your face, say your name, show your house, and show every pick that you're talking about. I know. It's like we have 1 million people here that read the site every day or every month, and millions of great fans, and I'm sorry to harp on the one jackass, but it's like, enough is enough, Enough is enough. Anyways, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. Get to another free pick. I'm going to take the Denver Nuggets against the Dallas Mavericks. I know the Mavericks 20-9 at home this season, but the Nuggets have been pretty strong of late. I like what the Mavericks are doing. I like the direction that they're headed, but I think they're up against it in this spot. The Nuggets have not been a great road team, but I believe they rise to the occasion here. The Mavericks, their last game at home before the break, they played really, really poorly as a 3-point favorite against the Heat. They got smacked in that one. Of course, they beat the Blazers prior to that, a loss to Milwaukee at home as well. So at home recently against decent teams, they haven't been very good. When we look at the Nuggets and we look at the NBA standings, these are when the games really start to count, and for the Nuggets, these are super important games. If you look at the NBA standings, and this is something that maybe you follow, maybe you don't. With the playoffs just around the corner, the Nuggets are number 2 in the West. That's big. That would mean they wouldn't have to play the Warriors in the West until the conference finals, and that's always the route that you want to take, is give everybody else a chance to wear down and maybe even take out the Warriors, and maybe you get that easy pass. So they definitely, with that number 2 seed, certainly valuable. They have a 2-game lead over the Thunder. So a game like this against the Mavericks, as much as I like the direction that the Mavericks are going, I got to take the Nuggets here and lay the 4.5 points. That'll be my third pick for today's show. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets always over at sportchatexperts.com. Brian wants to know how I got into the business. That stuff's all out on the internet. I've done interviews with people where they've interviewed me with how I got into it. And basically, I started with a website. I just typed into Google, how do you start a blog? I started writing my picks up. I started doing YouTube videos. There was a game on a Thursday night back in 2008. It was Troy visiting Florida Atlantic. Troy was an underdog in that game, and I said back up the truck in this one and take Troy on the money line. And it was a game that was lightly covered. I was the only one back then that used to do free picks on every single game, every single day. Everybody else started doing it years later. And that's why I'm ahead of them when you look at each game in Google, why my games are always on top, because I've been doing it so much longer than they have. They all have copied me since then because they've seen the success that I've had with the audience, but very few of them willing to show their face, right? In live shows and things like that. But anyways, what happened was I started getting a really big following after people saw that I could pick these small games, pick winners on them, and I was giving them out for free. And all of a sudden, instead of having 3 or 10 people on the website every day, we started having 3,000. Then from there, it just has grown and grown and grown because I think, I've always tried to make myself different from everybody else. I think you have other guys that more push the premium picks. You have guys that are pushing sportsbook sign-up bonuses. They'll twist everything around. You get to the site and it's like, bam, sign up for a sportsbook. Bam, sign up for a sportsbook. Like, basically covering the entire page. And yeah, we're going to have sportsbook offers for the U.S.-facing legal sportsbooks. And those of you overseas will have, we have deals with, Bet365 and 888 and all those guys overseas. We're going to be having those for you when they add value for you. And so it's always going to be. But I think because we've done everything differently, I've always had a following. And of course, people were like, what's your best bet today? What's your best bet today? What's your best bet today? People would email me all the time. And finally, I got enough emails from people where they said, you should have a section where you put your best bets and we'll pay you for it. We'll pay you for it because we like what you do. And I said, you know what? I can't believe people would do that. So I started sportschatplace.com Premium and Premium Plus and, the Premium. And what happened then was I couldn't believe it. Hundreds and hundreds of people signed up the first day to do it. I couldn't believe it. And, since then we added the Premium Plus where people say, what's your best of the premium picks? What's the same thing, can you have a section where you just put your best of the premium picks? And that's how I started I've started myself. I started with $10. I started with a website and by doing YouTube videos. That is exactly how I started. Everything else is outward facing. You guys see it. We do a podcast. We do live shows. Anything that's available to us to get in contact with you. I don't make excuses. I just make picks and I show up every single day. And that is the true story. I don't claim to be the best handicapper in the world. I don't claim to know more than everybody else out there. I don't claim any of those things. I don't claim if you buy my picks, you're going to be able to live in Hawaii or, Tahiti or whatever your dream place is. I just say these are the picks that I'm playing today. These are my best bets, and this is what I deliver. And that's why you see on my site, when you come to Sports Chat Place, you see that the people that advertise on our website, they're not these Caribbean illegal sports books. The people that advertise on Sports Chat Place are people like Ford Motor Company, Best Buy, United Airlines, Heineken, Maserati. These are the people that advertise. When you go to Sports Chat Place, these are the people that advertise. You don't see these type of advertisements on any other sports pick or sports betting sites because they won't deal with these people. Ford does not want to be associated with scumbags. Right? They don't. And neither does Samsung. And neither does any of the other companies that advertise with us. You rarely see those types of ads on other sports betting sites. Maybe on covers. Maybe. And that's it. And picks and parlays. And that's it. Anyways. Thanks for asking the question. There's interviews with me out there that you can see. Anyways. Yeah, their picks are magic picks, though. So we got the Jazz taking on the Thunder. And once again, we look back to these NBA standings. And the Jazz have moved themselves from the outside looking in. They were under 500 a lot of this season. And I know they're 14-15 straight up and just 5-6 in their division. 19-16 though in the conference, while the Thunder 21-15 in the conference. We have a good game here is what we have. I'm going to take the points with the Jazz. I like in good games, take the points. I got suckered in by the Bucks last night, and in a game that was a good game, the Bucks won the game but didn't cover the spread. That was my only NBA loss yesterday, and I'll tell you what, not going to let it happen to me again. I'm taking the Jazz plus the 4.5. That'll be our fourth pick for today's show. Sorry for the slow-moving action. We got sidetracked a couple times, but doesn't stop us from keep going. I've been offered a book to write a book, and I think when all is said and done with the things I'm doing with QM Media now, I will write a book, but not until we're done. I don't have the time to write a book. I would rather work on the free picks and having our product, our product, all of ours, right? Have all of what we do to be organic, authentic, and to what you guys expect from us on a daily basis. To me, that's my priority, and it's going to be my priority until I'm not doing this anymore. And then at that point, I can... Todd Baker thinks I need to be more professional. I don't think so. I think I need to be 100% authentic all the time, and whether that means being authentic, being professional, whatever that means, then so be it. But I'm not going to let somebody come on here and use my show as a platform for them to pot shot at me. And I'm not going to say that it's acceptable. And in any way, shape, or form. And what I'm saying is that if they really have a valid point, if they really think, if they're so right about what they're saying about me, man up, show your face, show your house, show your betting sheets, and show it against my picks. Validate what you're saying, because I made picks yesterday. I don't think our live show picks were so great. I know I hit my dog of the day. My premium picks were 500 yesterday. I know it wasn't a great day, but the day before we were 5-1 in our premium picks. And I mean, how many winners have we done on this show? I just want, if someone says something, you got to back it up, Buttercup. Let's do it. Anyways, we'll go to the college basketball world. Buffalo taking on Kent State. Buffalo ranked 24th in the nation and laying 15.5 points against Kent State. This is a ton of points for a game like this. Kent State 5-5 against the number on the road. Buffalo 6-4 against the number on the road. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games, but just 4-6. This game scares the living hell out of me because you guys know I love my dogs, I love my points, I love all those things. But one thing I don't like is when the public is backing an underdog like they are in this game. We have a very public underdog here in Kent State. We have a point spread that's at 15.5. It opened at 15.5 and has not moved. If the public was backing Kent State in a big manner in this game, like we see the numbers, here show, why isn't the spread moving? Because Buffalo is going to blow them out of the building. They laid 18.5 last game against Ohio. They doubled them up. They won by 50. I'll tell you what, I don't think they win by 50 here, but I think they win by 20 plus. Buffalo is trying to make a statement just in case they don't win their conference tournament. They want to get into the big dance, and they're going to need every little bit of help that they can get. I'm going to take Buffalo minus 15.5. That is our 5th pick for today's show. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks. Our best bet always over at sportschatexperts.com as well as sportschatplace.com premium plus. Shawnee Boo, if you have a pick, the place to place that is in our Facebook group. And I'll post that link so that you can see where you can post your picks and opinions. We have 8,000 members all in there discussing games, and I'll tell you what, I'm one of them. Yeah, if you want to discuss it, Brian, bring it to the Facebook group. That's my pick. Anyways, we'll give one more pick out. Did fill this show with a lot of air. If you're watching us on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, if you could hit the thumbs up, greatly appreciated. Certainly not mandatory, but it costs you nothing. It helps us a ton. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you could subscribe to our channel, that helps us a lot as well. As advertisers, they're starting to look at these what they call social media metrics. I don't know. We have 3 million people that come to the site every month. That's not good enough. They want to know how many Twitter followers I have, how many YouTube subscribers, and how many Facebook things. So if you guys could do that stuff for me, greatly appreciate it. It's going to mean more free stuff and more better stuff for you. I promise. Like I said, we'll have those t-shirts out shortly. We'll have a bunch of offers. If you live in the U.S., we're going to have some great sportsbook offers. For those of you that live in Europe and beyond, we'll have some great sportsbook offers for you. You should already be seeing those if you don't live in the United States. If you live in New Jersey, you should be seeing those as well when you come to Sports Chat Place. Some of the offers that we have with some of the U.S.-facing sportsbooks. Those of you that don't live in New Jersey, you don't see the offers. But anyways, we'll do one more free pick here. UIC taking on Milwaukee. Both these teams 14 and 13, but Milwaukee 6 and 8 against the number on the road. 13 and 12 against the number this season. UIC only 8 and 14 against the spread this year, but they are 8 and 4 against the number at home. Both these teams 5 and 5 against the spread in their last 10 games. So Illinois Chicago coming off of a loss to Youngstown State, but you know what? There's not a lot of shame in that. Youngstown State is playing pretty good basketball. The game was at Youngstown State. I believe we had Youngstown State in that game. Green Bay has won 4 of their last 5 games, but look at the teams that they played. They played Milwaukee, Cleveland State, who's horrible. They lost to Youngstown State as well. Beat Oakland and Detroit. Meanwhile, Illinois Chicago wins Indiana, Purdue, Northern Kentucky, and Wright State, the 3 best teams in that conference. I'm going to lay the points here with Illinois Chicago. That'll be our last pick for today's show. Of course, we're here every day doing at least 3 free picks. Tomorrow is Free for All Saturday, meaning all of the picks come from you. We don't have the shirts yet, Ron, so we can't send you an extra large. Richard Rodriguez, I can't send you a shirt either because, like I said, don't have them yet, but we will. And when we do, there'll be a criteria to earn the shirts. You will not have to pay a dime for them, either the shirt or the shipping. I'll pick up all of that, but I'm going to ask that you like our YouTube videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, are a member of our Facebook group. All of these things will all be mandatory to get the free shirt. Like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram. All of those things you will have to do, and you will get a free shirt. All of them will take a total of less than 2 minutes and will not cost you 1 dime to do. I promise you that. I will cover all of the expenses of the shirts and the shipping, but those are all things that you guys are going to have to do. But anyways, we're going to wrap it up. We took the Indiana Hoosiers +7 at Iowa. Then we switched it over to the NBA. We took the Atlanta Hawks +4.5. We took the Nuggets -4.5. We took the Jazz +4.5. We took Buffalo -15.5. And UIC -4.5. We also said that anybody that wants to take pot shots at me in the comments, you're welcome to do so, as long as you post the YouTube video showing your face, your house, and state your real full name when you do it, and show my picks, all of them, and whether they won or lost. So bring it on. I say bring it on. I say I don't win or I don't deny or confirm or whatever what you say about me. What I'm saying is show us. Show it to me, just like I do every single day. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Watch out for those 7-year-old kids making Nikes.